Okay, we're just scanning the room for you now so you can see that nothing is setting out, not cheating or anything like that. Okay, the plastic is already off my cath set because I've practiced with all of them about 100 times, so you're going to see some changes in there with my gloves and all stuff like that. So I'm going to take the plastic and set it to the side for my garbage. Okay, I would explain to the patient what is going on, why they need to be cathed, how the cathing process is going to go on. Raise the bed, provide patient privacy, make sure there's adequate lighting. Wash my hands, and then begin. I would open the cath kit away from me to maintain sterility, folding the edges down so that they stay properly. Okay. Here are my sterile gloves. I'm going to put those aside. And then I'm going to grab this shiny part here of this wrap, shiny part to shiny part to shiny part. There we go. The blue is the shiny part in our kit. I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to shake it loose. And I'm going to back up to my patient here and place that the best I can without contaminating the wrap. Okay? So now I'm going to put on my sterile gloves here. These are not the gloves that came with the kit because they were so incredibly small that I had a horrible time getting them on. So I pulled up sterile ones here from my box. So on a much smoother. And underneath. So done with that. That can be in the trash. And then we don't use this wrap. And of course the wrap is the only trash. Okay, like I said, this kit has been used before, so I tried to piece it back together the best I could to get things so I could reuse it. So now I'm going to properly place this wrap underneath the patient the best I can here. I can't move anything. Okay, I'm going to separate my trays here. Apart. The ways remaining sterile with my sterile gloves. And the first thing I'm going to do is, there's no syringe in this kit. Okay, so the syringe was not in the thing from my last practice run, so my cameraman just gave it to me. But it would be in here, and then we would have kept that completely sterile. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to test the balloon. Remaining sterile, of course. And we would want to do that with about 5 cc's of water. And that seems to work. And then retracting the saline back out, of course, so that we can insert it. Okay. And we would keep this sterile as well. Okay, so now I'm going to contaminate my left hand. Well, first of all, I want to get my cleansing utensils out here. My providine iodine strips have already been opened from once before from a practice. So I'm just going to open these up and place these at the ready here and toss that in my trash. And my lube has also been opened up once already before too, but we would do this all sterilely, of course, and then toss that in the trash. Okay, so now I'm going to contaminate my left hand here, and you would pull it apart to get a good look at your amniatis, and we're going to start cleansing with the swab. So first we would pull the labia apart and do the right labial, and then take that out around the sterile field. We would not remove our left hand. And for the second one, we would do the left labia, take that out of the sterile field and throw that in the garbage. And then the last one finally would be right down the middle, around the sterile field and into the garbage. Okay. So Now we want to remove the plastic from the cath, which I probably should have done before so I would have had better control over where the catheter went. But that turned out just fine, so we don't need to worry about that. In the trash, maintaining my left hand here. The sterile cup, we do not need that right now. Put that to the side. And now I would pull out the catheter and lube up the end, about 3 to 4 inches. Okay, and then bring that back, all the while you were holding back the labias to keep everything clean. And then you would insert the catheter about 2 to 3 inches, or until you would see urine filling into the tubes. And then after you saw urine, you would do another inch or so. Make sure you're asking the patient if they're feeling all right, or you notice if their face is grimacing or anything like that. And then once you get it in, you need to roll your hands back here a little bit, and then use your left hand, take it off the meatus to pinch off the catheter. Okay? And then we're going to take the saline here, still sterile, and we're going to place that in. We're going to place about 5 cc's into the balloon, maintaining pressure at all times, otherwise it will refill. Okay, and that looked like it worked. So we take our left hand and we come back and we uncrock this. Okay, and then that is the catheterization, but we're not done quite yet. I'm going to keep my dirty gloves on just for this next part, and I'm going to take the box and I'm going to dump the bag out so I've not touched it. It's not contaminated. And I'm going to clean up my mess here. This is all going to go into the garbage at the side. Okay, and then I'm going to take my sterile gloves off. Okay, keeping those gross, and those would go in the garbage. Okay, now I just need to find my box of gloves here, back here. And I would be donning clean gloves now. Sticky, sweaty hands. Does not go well with gloves. Anyway, we would get these on. You would have slightly pulled on the catheter just to make sure that it remained in the patient and it was not hurting the patient. You're then going to take the bag over to the side of the bed here, and you would hang it on any non-movable part of the bed. Okay, that would not have happened in real life. Okay, so then we would hang the bag on any non-movable part of the bed below the bladder, and then we would take this strip here. This is the tape. And we would tape this here at, like, this part. Okay, and you would remove the back to this here. I'm having a terrible time with my gloves. And tape to the patient. And you would tape it at the Y here. Okay, and then that concludes the catheterization. And then you would, of course, maintain privacy for the patient.